What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Hey, check this out, man. I've been covering this Carmelo Anthony, the little guy who was on the track meet. Y'all know the story. He went under the wrong tent, then he ended up stabbing another dude from the opposite track meet. Both of these guys are like the leaders of the football team, track team, good students. And the thing that tripped me out about this story, man, is I swear to you, man, I can't tell where or why did this get racial in the first place. Both of these kids got black and white people on both track teams. I don't understand this, but this is a society that we're living in. This is what. Alright, but anyway, we all know the story. If y'all watching this, y'all know the story. But they saying that the guy is Carmelo is claiming self-defense, and I got a criminal justice degree. I'm not saying that I'm an expert, but it's gonna be very, very, very hard to claim self-defense when you had an escape route, man. You could have just left. You went under the tent. I'm assuming, basically, the blunt of the story is he was under somebody else's tent, another school tent. They asked him to leave. He could have just left. It's no right to defend yourself or whatever. Let's just check this thing out, man, because I miss my studio. But wait, it gets even worse. And I hate to say this, man, but I've been watching a lot of black, for lack of a better word, black people talk about this. It's like, well, man, that's self-defense. It wasn't like they was fighting each other. He told the guy, you can't antagonize, provoke somebody. Hit me and see what happens. You can't do that. It's not self-defense. I mean, it's on so many different levels. It's not self-defense. On so many different levels, it's not self-defense. But we trying to say that he was self-defending himself, and that's what he going to try to say. And I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, but at the same time, somebody's dead, man. You killed somebody. So let's just, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let's see what this bad boy gonna come out to be. I haven't even decided what channel I'm gonna put this on, but let's check it out.
Oh, bro, this shit is just getting worse. Oh my god. So basically, Carmelo Anthony held a press conference. His family and representatives held a press conference, and I guess we're gonna go ahead. Let me see if I can just take a step back and just get everybody on the same page with this too, and so that way everybody knows kind of like what's going on with this. And I think that there is. I want to go back and double check. And let's see here. This is okay. There's another one. I think that okay. I think this is really. This is another person, but I'm gonna look at that later on. Okay, so yeah, this is it. So basically, the kid that got stabbed, right? So just in case anybody hasn't been paying attention and keeping up, this kid Carmelo Anthony stabbed another kid at a track meet over a seating dispute, basically. And, again, had a history of violence, 17 years old. And in general, it seems like this is going to be pretty much a 25 to life case for him, right? He's going to be cooked. And so anyway, a lot of people have gone out to defend him and turn this into a race issue because the person who he stabbed was white. And so anyway, this has happened. And here we go. We'll go back. We'll watch some of the clips about this and we'll listen to it. So this was the press conference that happened yesterday.
And that is your constitutional right? It's people out here reminding us of the black struggle in America. And that is...
So, anyway, the person who he's talking about, this guy right here, these are the things that he's done. Felony injury to a child, forging a check, leading police on a high-speed chase, stealing a car, falsely claiming a car was
Come on, man. Come on. My man got his rap sheet up there. I wasn't even gonna say nothing, but I got to get into it. Carmelo Anthony and your family, man. Y'all, I mean, y'all not being too smart. If you this who got you got speaking for you. This guy. This is the black person that said, dude, we're gonna help you out, man. This was self-defense. This is the guy. Look at his rap sheet. Jesus.
felony injury to a child, forging a check, leading police on a high-speed chase, stealing a car, falsely claiming a car was stolen, offensive physical contact, probation violations, felony theft of property between $2,500 and $30,000, felony assault causing bodily injury, misdemeanor assault, continuous violence against the family, theft, undated, making a false report, undated, and evading arrest, undated. Probably multiple times if the other ones are accurate too. So this guy basically should have 5 stars, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right about that.
He should. He should have 5 stars. But here he is out here speaking and talking about privilege and like how this is the black experience. How the fuck? I think the fact that you are not in jail indicates that you're lying. Dude, if we were actually racist against black people, do you really think that you would have been able to pop off this many times and still not be in jail? Really? What the fuck are you talking about? You've popped off so many times. I think you've already been in jail at some point. This is crazy. Like, really? Like, if you had done this in the 50s or 60s, what would have happened? We all know what would have happened. And everybody fought super hard to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. So don't go ahead and pretend like it's still happening. Because it's not.
That's what kills me
beating
about
a 2-year-old, that's insane, yeah. And so not jail, probably shot. He'd be dead. No, you're right. If he had done this pre-civil rights, even half of this, he'd be fucking dead. So the entire idea, this is a man with a rap sheet that this is like, I mean, bro, this is insane. Who does this? And this is only in 10 years. Right? This is only 10 years. Like he's not 60 years old. I think he's got that dog in him, man. I feel like, I mean, do y'all really think that it's stopped? Like it's over? Like now he's just not going to do anything bad anymore? I don't know about that. I feel like he's going to do it again. Like father, like son. It's not even his dad. No, bro, this is the problem. It's not even his dad. This is just a grifter, that a literal leech parasite that has attached himself to this situation in order to farm sympathy. That's what it is. It's an activist minister. Yeah, he's a minister. Well, where in the fucking Bible does it say you should steal a car? Like beating up a toddler. I'm pretty sure they didn't even do that in the Old Testament. Well, they probably did do that in the Old Testament, okay? But they probably didn't do it all the time.
Not all the time.
In retrospect, it's probably seen as like kind of a bad thing. And so anyway, yes, it's crazy. Yeah, page 6. Yeah, I could see that happening. Okay, but what if the toddler was crying and being annoying and shit? I mean, that's the thing. We always hear the toddler side of things, but we never get to hear his side of things, right? That's like more, I guess that's just more white supremacy, isn't it? And anyway, so let's go back over, and there's another post about him making. So basically, the father of the boy who was killed, Austin Metcalf, he's the father of the kid that was stabbed, went to the press conference for the other family.
And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who was not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family, but he did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay?
Actions speak louder than words. I'm listening.
Yeah.
What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate. Yet
There's no way. Who is this guy?
Oh my God.
This is crazy.
bigotry and yet racism. We have conservative.
I can almost respect how delusional he is.
Yes. Yes.
You know, like, because this guy is so batshit fucking insane that I'm like, wow, this is impressive that somebody could even be this nuts.
Operatives.
Now, what's the part that's impressing me is some people buying this. The mother and father that's sitting back there, the dude with the blue bow tie on. That's the dad. And the son. So you got three people. They got other family members. They got, I'm assuming they got church people. They got people believing in this guy, man. How can you, oh my God, dude, I see right through this piece of trash from the jump. Especially with some of the wording he's using. Some of the wording is terrible.
So batshit fucking insane that I'm like, wow, this is impressive that somebody could even be this nuts.
Operatives that have been posting non-stop about this case.
So he's talking about it being political, right? And so I want to go ahead and play the interview, right? Carmelo Anthony, dad interview. Hopefully this is what pops up and it's okay. But we're gonna go and see this here. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this is the video here of what happened. And just going back and looking at it.
My hope was to bring awareness.
Yeah.
So this tragedy doesn't happen to another family.
Right, so this is the guy. A pathetic cuck of a father? I mean, I don't think he's being a cuck. I think he's a man who's trying to act in good faith and he's trying to do the right thing. I think he's trying to do the right thing. And it just makes him look bad because everybody else isn't.
Okay, so Mr. Metcalf is JFF and then METCALF. You are Austin's father.
Yes, sir.
Easy question to start with. It's probably a tough one to answer, but how have the last 24 hours been for you and for your family and for Hunter?
Mm-hmm. That's three questions. So for me,
there you go. Smart.
It's not real yet. It hasn't sunk in.
I don't want to watch the whole thing, honestly, but like the guy, I don't know if does anybody have a timestamp for where he talked about like whether it was a race issue or not? So this is what happened. He got swatted yesterday. So after this interview where he repeatedly said this isn't racism, etc., right? And he's like not really trying to like push any hate or anything like that. The reward that he got from this is that he got swatted. So here we go. Let's take a look at it.
Now to new developments on that deadly stabbing in Frisco. The suspect's family, for the first time, called a news conference to reject some rumors circulating online. Reporter Jobin Paniker says it all changed when the victim's father walked in.
Well, this is such a tragic case, and it is sad all around, but it's also had its share of surprises, and what happened this morning is no different. We were all waiting to hear the Anthony family talk for the first time on the record. It was supposed to start at 11. 10 minutes turned into 20, then 30. The reason? Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf, had walked in.
Who was not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family, but he did it.
Carmelo Anthony's charged with murder in his son's death at a track meet in Frisco on April 2nd.
Yep.
Jeff Metcalf said nothing. He just stood and waited. The group hosting this told him to leave, or they'd call Dallas police. The group's founder, Dominique Alexander, made this statement.
Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son.
Jeff Metcalf was escorted out by DPD before the family arrived to speak. Ultimately, it was not a court order that made him leave, but because the owner of the building said he was trespassing. Metcalf shook hands with officers and then left. This press conference was about hearing from Carmelo's mom, Kayla Hayes, and we finally did.
We believe in legal process.
We saw this already.
And that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you.
The family says they've endured threats, lies, and racial harassment over the last 2
Surely
weeks.
they
Our
have.
family has been under attack.
Mostly over a fundraising page they say they haven't been able to access until Wednesday. They're fighting claims they're profiting off of this or living lavishly from the funds raised.
We have endured
That wasn't
death
true.
threats. My husband had to take a leave
Well,
of
I'll
absence.
tell you right now, it's not going to take $500,000 to come to the conclusion that he's going to jail for life. You're going to be keeping a lot of that money. I guarantee this is not going to cost you $500,000. It's going to be pretty cheap. People are going to figure it out real quick.
Because he's afraid what may happen to our family.
We've asked for comment from Jeff Metcalf. He told us not to quote him. We're also told this will be the last time we hear from the Anthony family before a possible trial.
That's probably
but
a good
that will
thing.
not stop all the talk from the outside and any more surprises that have come with this case. In Dallas.
So anyway, this guy, and you see, obviously, this guy is not a member of the family. He's just totally co-opted this tragedy and this issue as a place to push his own brand and to push himself after, again, being a career criminal. And also, this is another little fun fact, is that so not only did they call the police on the father when he showed up to the press conference, but they also had him, somebody had him swatted last night as well. So the police escorted him and everything. So this is it. Race has been, yeah, exactly. That was them. And so going about 5.
Wait a minute. When they say they had him swatted, they called the police on his home and said something so terrible that they had to send SWAT out. They don't just send a police car out. They send a SWAT team out to the house like they was holding hostage of people in the house or stuff like that. So that's what, I mean, y'all, he's doing a great job. Of course he's doing a great job, but he's kind of assuming that we all know a lot about this stuff. Also, the twin, he got twin boys, and the one that got stabbed and died, that's the father. He said that he was going there just to talk to the family. He just wanted to talk to the family. He didn't come in a violent way. And what makes it so bad is when they asked him to leave, he left. He left. That's how you're supposed to go. When they asked Carmelo Anthony to leave the tent, he didn't leave. So that kind of speaks volumes right there, because he didn't come with no negativity. He came by himself, man. I mean, he got one arm in a sling, dude. God dang. I mean, how much, he wanted to talk to the family and stuff. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I think him coming at that particular time was probably bad timing, but he grieving just like everybody else. He don't know what to do. Come on, man. Dang, give him the benefit of the
525,
doubt.
you look for the not a race issue. Yeah, let me see. 525.
God teaches us in the Bible. He talks about forgiveness. He also talks about revenge. Not for me to seek. God will take care of it. Karma, I believe in it. It's very unfortunate that this other child decided to make a bad choice that's going to affect him for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's true.
I have compassion for every human being. This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this.
That's why he was mad.
This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this. I don't appreciate some of the...
Your constitutional right? It's people out here reminding us of the black struggle in America.
I want someone stepping up on a soapbox
you,
trying to
cuz.
politicize this. I don't...
Well, how about that? Scumbag? Yeah, what an absolute scumbag, bro. Like, yes, exactly. And so anyway, Well. Yeah, there it is. And so anyway, framing clips. Yeah, it's embarrassing, bro. It's so fucking embarrassing what's happened with this. And so anyway, the kid, he also got expelled from school. Can you believe that? And anyway, so this is what's happened. I think also it has, weird how Austin met last. Father was asked to leave the press conference, but managed to not stab anyone in the heart. Yeah, wow. What are the odds of that? That's crazy. Isn't that nuts?
Wow,
yeah.
It's getting ugly.
How does something like that happen? And a brother in Christ, I'm being radicalized. Yes, there's a lot of people that are being radicalized by this situation and like by this like chain of events. And I think it's a really bad thing. It's really bad that like so many like it's bad in so many ways. Like it's bad in the way that you have this guy who's taking advantage of this grieving family to push his own brand. It's bad that that guy isn't in jail to begin with, right? Based off of all the crimes he committed. And it's also bad the fact that you have a bunch of people that are using this as like a race thing on the internet. Like everything about this is bad. But what I find to be the most interesting is that you have like, because in my opinion, I think the real problem is this guy. I think this guy is like, which is ironic, right? Because he's not even part of the family. He doesn't have anything to do with this. He has inserted himself into this problem, and he has created and he has racially escalated this problem to where it's not beneficial to anybody except for him. It's a mess for sure. Yeah, it's all him. Crazy. Like he's caused this whole thing to happen. So anyway, yeah, and the judge that lowered the bail, you're right, the judge too, definitely fucking ridiculous. He's an opportunist, disgusting. Yeah, exactly. Behind a grieving family, it's embarrassing. So yeah, I did see the information about this, and so anyway, this guy made a video about it. I'm glad I saw this because I legitimately forgot where I was going with this, okay? So I wanted to frame everything from that just so you guys can understand what's been going on, how it's happened, and how things have evolved. And then this is one guy talking about it as well. Here we go.
On behalf of the Black community, I would like to apologize to the parents of Austin Metcalf for making a hero out of the young man that killed your son. I apologize that there are so few fathers around and so few male figures around to teach the Black community about emotional discipline, about what's right from wrong, about emotional regulation, about...
That's what it's all about. See, that what he's saying, this is 100% what it's about. And like, maybe this is going to be like a sexist take, but if it is, I guess it'd be on brand. But I think that fathers and men play a really strong role in helping men and young boys control and regulate their emotions. Because women are oftentimes, it's more socially acceptable for a woman to not be able to regulate her emotions. So, and the reason why is because when a woman can't regulate her emotions, she, like breaks something in the kitchen. When a man can't regulate his emotions, he kills his family. And so, like, I understand, obviously, one of the reasons why, but the problem is that role that, men need to have, when that role isn't there, that's why you see so many guys that don't grow up with father figures that can't control themselves and choose to violence. I don't actually even think it's the violence itself. It is what the violence implies, which is a lack of emotional regulation and emotional control.
Facts.
And so it's like, again, it's kind of like a second order effect, and it's not a direct effect. Pin up emotions, exactly, yeah. And this is, by the way, like, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a psychologist, I'm just freeballing it, all right? That's just what it seems like to me,
Yeah. He's just telling the truth. He's telling the truth from his heart. And what he's saying is true. Ain't no way in the world, man, you could justify. Oh, my God.
Psychologist.
Here we go.
I'm just freeballing it, all right? That's just what it seems like to me,
wait till this trial starts.
Not making a hero.
And again, also, by the way, women teach men other things that are important, too. So it's not like, women don't have, like, men and women can contribute in unique, individual, and equal ways in the upbringing of a child. And it's better off for a kid if he has a man and a woman raising him, not one or the other.
Facts.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that we get that out there.
About not making a hero out of a thug,
Out of a demon.
and a criminal.
Yeah.
I apologize on behalf of the black community because they are the ones that are raising money for your son's killer. They are the ones that are funding this new lavish lifestyle that your son's killer is living. I apologize on behalf of the black community because they are so confused about, again, what's right and what's wrong, that in some weird, twisted sense of racial solidarity.
I don't even think that they're confused. I think that that weird fucking freak minister, and I hate, like, the thing is that I've always imagined that if there was ever a hell, the people that are like, you know, like Kenneth Copeland, Joel Opstein, this guy, you know, the witch burners back in the day, those guys are in hell. And like, they're really having a bad time down there, right? They're in the boiler room, exactly. Like, it's basically, like, really, and you think about it, let's get biblical with this. What did we used to call them? False prophets. They are
Facts.
false prophets of
Facts.
God.
That's exactly
But
what he
they're-
is, a false prophet.
They would celebrate the young man that killed your child in cold blood. I apologize on behalf of the black community because you don't deserve to see this. You deserve to
It's
be
embarrassing,
grieving your
yeah.
child. You deserve to be remembering your child. You deserve to be able to share stories about what an amazing human being and young man he was. But instead, you're subject to online mobs that support the killer of your child. You are subject to people that are raising money to support the killer of your child. You are subjected to people in the black community that are making excuses for the killer of your child and making your child seem that he is somehow at fault for being stabbed to death.
Who does
So for
this?
what you are seeing on social media, for what you will continue to see for the next few months,
This is gonna
I
be a while.
apologize to you on behalf of the black community, because a lot of us are so bereft of empathy. A lot of us are so...
I don't even know if it's bereft of empathy. I think that people are just like programmed to only have empathy for like their tribe and not necessarily for a action.
Wow.
And I think it's, again, it's just it's like extremist identity politics being weaponized.
Angry and hurt and bitter and damaged and trapped in cycles of pathology that we would make excuses for a young man that stabbed another young man to death.
It's a joke.
And we are so trapped in that pathology that we don't even know which way is up. I apologize on behalf of the black community for their treatment towards your son's killer. And I can only hope that your child can rest in peace and that you can remember him as he was.
It's gross, man. It really is. Like, I mean, this is a huge W video. I'm going to link you guys the video. Like, I totally support this guy. Exactly, right? And so, and this is the, I didn't even know. I thought it said follow.
On behalf of the black
Give me one
community, I
second,
would
let me
like...
pause it. So, like, let's go ahead and let's look and let's compare the two people, okay? And so I'm going to link you guys. This is Black Caribbean. So many Black Americans brainwashed to the max. Listen, I'm not a big... I grew up in a very multiracial area, and while there are racist people, and it does happen, and own group preference is real, etc., sure, that happens. I don't think this is a problem that people can't transcend. And so let's go ahead and let's compare these two things, okay? Iraq veteran, Columbia alumni, political analyst, TPUSA influencer, fitness influencer, digital media entrepreneur. Felony to injure a child, forging a check, stealing a car, leading the police on a high-speed chase, probation violations, misdemeanor assault, felony theft of property. So I wonder, guys, I wonder who we should really be listening to, right? Yeah, this is the struggle, bro. This is your struggle. How's this dude not in prison? I don't know. I don't know how you can say that this is not, like, if you actually think that if this company, if the country was racist, you'd be in jail. Like, you would be. And even if the country wasn't racist, you still should be in jail. It's not even a question. What is going on? Look at the Grifter's website and click donate. It links to Act Blue.
Wow.
No way.
What? Nuh-uh. Man, you got
No
a lot of
way.
got a whole lot of windows open.
InGAN website? Okay. Get involved, become a member, give monthly. Okay, let's see here. About us. All right. Yep. All this is good. Okay. Let's go back, and I'm gonna. I don't want to click on this because sometimes it auto completes information. So let me go back and just see what it says. Donate monthly. Okay, so I click on the donate monthly button.
Okay.
And then they shut it down. So if I click on donate monthly, and then I click on it, it says it's not taking any donations anymore. So maybe they got caught. That could be a good reason. Hey, and also, like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it just went directly to his PayPal, right? I mean, who knows?
That's crazy.
But anyway,
man.
Yeah, shut it down. I guess so, right? Yeah. And so California Fire donations also went to Act Blue. Yeah, I don't know why it's going through these organizations, right? And he made enough to retire? No, I don't think so. And but anyway, so this is what's happened. Now, honestly, Reddit, this man is racist. Oh, wait, what? The funny thing is Twitter comments in a video are all black people dunking on him saying that he doesn't speak for him. Is that really true? On the white community, words aren't enough. You need to pay us reparations. You don't speak for me or the black community. Okay, let's see. Who's this guy? And what's going on with this? Right. Okay. So independent video game reviewer. Fuck FAFO. This isn't a journalist, right? Or a journalism thing. I have no idea. So he's just talking about video games, etc. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Wow. And I don't know what I'm surprised about at all. It's just that kind of a person. But anyway, let me see if I can find the rest of these too. Hello World, yeah. And he likes South of Midnight. It wasn't that bad of a game. Where's your family from? Why do you think she's asking that? Because you know the next thing is, oh, well, you're not really black. Like, you know that's what it's going to be.
Wow, this is
crazy. It's amazing. Yeah, because that's what it's going to be every time. And so anyway, speaking for the black community, using words like they instead of us shows you don't see yourself as black. I know, maybe he sees himself as an American because, you know, he served in the United States military and he's an American citizen. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's just, hey, I guess that type of thinking is outdated nowadays. So, yeah. And I know I'd hardly ever think about race. Yeah, exactly, right? And I can't, with race solidarity people. Yeah, exactly. And anyway, let's go back over here, and we'll look at the rest of these new Freakazoid video out. Oh, God. And anyway, what is...
You have to stop. Y'all keep talking. Huh? You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up.
So it actually is... There are a lot of black people that are mad at him for saying this. That's crazy. That is absolutely fucking insane. Twitter people? Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, very, very important thing to keep in mind. That's a great point you guys bring up. These people are not a majority. This is a small subset. Again, 1-2% of the amount of black people in the US, at least. The majority of people do not think like this. It's just a bunch of fucking retards, right? And so, yeah, anyway, I totally support this guy. I think most normal people do. And I feel like, honestly, so's the court. The court's going to support him, too. And he's going to be in jail. And that's it. Not him, but that Carmelo Anthony guy, right? And Dan Asman saying, how could you not support the hero? Yeah, literally save the world or something. He's a hero for real. And yeah, why do it in Hampton? It's not far off. Not because he condemned Carmelo, because he's blaming the black community. There have been overwhelmingly a lot of black people that have co-opted this issue to push for racial hatred, racial.
Damn, that joint got 9.2 million views, though. God damn, that's what I'm looking at. 9.2 million views.
Racial division, and to advocate for Carmelo Anthony being innocent on the basis of his race. If you don't think that's happening, you are delusional. That is absolutely what's happening. It shouldn't be happening, but that's absolutely. You just said 1%? Yes, I know that. I'm fully aware of that. But these are the outspoken voices on the internet, and he's referring to it on the internet. Yes, obviously. And so that's what he's talking about, clearly. Of course, most people don't know that. And so most people don't think that. Yeah, the whole Carmelo stitch is straight out of a Boondocks episode. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? People always confuse the loudest for majority. Yeah, I know. 1%'s massive. I'd be worried for the jury system. Well, we'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, totally support this guy. And bro shouldn't even have to apologize. He's the one doing this stuff. I think that it's good to see that there's a lot of, he's just a pick-me, obviously. Yeah, well, that's what people are saying, actually. Why is the narrative, what's the narrative for people defending him anyway? I like to think he's innocent somehow. Basically, it was also a defense and he was attacked first. That's what people are saying. Yeah, I mean, I think that there'll probably be videos that'll be released in the court case, and then it'll be determined whether that's true or not, but I bet it's probably not. And anyway, so there it is. That's what happened. Yep, there you go. And I didn't know pointing out an outlying issue is considered hate and dunking on one's community. I think that there's, again, you can approach problems that disproportionately affect minority groups without blaming it on those minority groups and without looking at, like, for example, I think affirmative action through low income is a great example of this. So, like, for example, for college admissions and college opportunities, there's a lot of opportunities for people that are low income to get different, benefits and positives for, being able to get into college because they don't have the money to. And so this is something that will disproportionately affect minority groups, as opposed to, like, let's say white people. But that doesn't mean that the advocacy for it is a bad thing. I think it's a very good thing. And so that's kind of what my point that I'm making is. You see what I'm saying? The whole community thing is silly? Yeah. And so, like, you can approach problems that disproportionately affect certain communities without necessarily labeling them as problems in that community. And I think that's the healthy and intelligent way to go about things. Whether it's people that don't, like, fatherless homes, low-income housing, crime, sexual abuse, anything like that. I think that you should approach the issue itself and not approach it with a racial tint to it.
I wonder, I wish that we had a crystal ball to say, let the races be the opposite. The white dude come into a black school's tent and they said, get out of the tent. And the white guy was like, you make me. If you don't, boom, and he stabbed him and he run away. Would they be saying self-defense then? Oh, it's self-defense. I wonder how that would play out that way. But hey, it is what it is. And the only thing I do know is, what were they thinking? I'm about to pull this one up right here. Just to see what's happening. But I feel sorry for the brother. He said he apologized to the family for all black people, and I'm thinking that he needs to actually needs to just reword it a little bit. Just reword what he's saying, because when I speak, I know people probably say, well, get the facts first. Get all the facts you can get that's available online, and then speak what you want to say. Because it was raining outside, he ran to a tent that wasn't his. That's like running to another team's house, I guess. That's their tent. And they told him to get out of here. He could have just left. If there was no other choice for him to do anything, he had to defend himself. That's self-defense. he could have left and went back out in the rain. Because after he did the stabbing, he ran out. It wasn't like they couldn't. He stabbed somebody and he couldn't go nowhere else but to keep stabbing other people. That's not what happened. And then you got this dude. I can't see how. I'm trying to see it the self-defense people way. I'm trying to see it that way. And this is what happens when somebody with being rational, when you start being rational about things, then you can look up what is self-defense? To what level is self-defense? Somebody walk up to you and want to fight you. They got on shorts and a wife beater t-shirt. They have no weapons on you. You can't run to your car and shoot the person. You can't. I mean, you can run to the car, pull the gun out, and if the guy don't back down and he keep coming towards you, then maybe you could shoot one bullet. But there's a case where the guy emptied the gun out on him, and his self-defense is, well, they taught me that when I got my concealed license, that you want to empty the gun on a person. Oh, that's dumb. So that's overkill. You going to jail. And I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what's on the books. You gotta look at what's on the books. What is law? When you open up them law books, you gotta find out what's on the goddamn books, man. Not what you think. This ain't about what you feel. This is all about what is law and what is not law. And that's when black people don't want to look. They just want to play the race card. What does the law say? Because apparently this dude don't know. He got a rap sheet longer than the daggone time that YouTube been up. I ain't had nothing for that one. Look here. Y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. I feel sorry for Carmelo Anthony. I feel sorry for his family. I definitely feel sorry for his family, man, because they lost. I feel sorry for Carmelo's father, the man of the house. Because if you pick this dude to represent you, man, they done told me this dude can barely say half of the words he trying to get out his mouth. That's like Uncle Mike trying to sit here and public speak for somebody. That's straight up bull. That is straight up. Look here, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.